Well, hello! My name is Jean-Serge from Success with JS, and tonight on Online Biz Builder, we're going to be talking about how to connect and find new friends on Facebook. Now, you can apply that to all sorts of other, social medias. It's all pretty similar. It depends on what kind of access information you have. So, some of the social media platforms are a little bit less open than others. Like just one of the extremes is Snapchat, where you basically have, no information about anybody except for what they post in their story, and that's only the last 24 hours, right? So if you really want to know what somebody's all about, you almost have to be following their story every day for a week or something, right, to get a feeling. Now that's Snapchat, so that's one extreme. Now the other extreme, is like Facebook. Unless the person is completely private, which might mean they're not going to be open to doing any kind of online stuff, so you might not worry about them. But normally you'll be able to see their profile pictures, you'll be able to see maybe where they're from, you'll be able to see whether they have kids or not, some of their interests, their TV shows they like, movies. There's all sorts of information you can have when you're going on Facebook. The other social medias like LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Instagram, they're not as verbose, if you will. Like for example with LinkedIn, you might have some, you might not be able to see somebody's too much of their profile unless they're what they call a second connection, right? A friend of a friend, if you will, in the Facebook world. And on things like Pinterest and Instagram, it's a lot more about pictures, so it might not be easy to tell what the person is like, right? You can see what they're posting about, but it's not as straightforward. But anyway, so here's the thing. So if you're trying to build a business online, especially in MLM business, you need to be connecting with people. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about how that's important. We talked about what is it that you need to do on your Facebook profile to be a person that's in business online. There's plenty of other training out there, and I'm not going to go into too much detail of that right now. I might do another training at some point specifically on this, but things like having a Facebook fan page, not posting too much about your company, or actually recommend nothing about your company, no products. We can get into why that is, and it's not about us keeping it a secret. It's not about hiding things. There's very good reasons for that, and like I said, we'll maybe cover that some other time. But today, today we're just going to talk about connecting with friends, with new friends. If you're trying to build a business online, you can start with your friends and family, but it won't last very long, because it's just like any other warm market. You're going to discover that not too long after you start, they're going to be annoyed. Some of them are even going to unfriend you. That's awful. Your aunt might unfriend you, and you talk to her at the next barbecue, and she says, well, yeah, you were just posting all sorts of stuff, whatever, right? So things like that can happen. And so that's normal. Don't worry about it. I've been there. I've done that. Now I'm building according to some things I've learned recently, some training I went through that kind of taught me the better way of doing it online. Because when people are online, when they're on Facebook, we're talking about Facebook specifically, but other social media is the same. But they're there to socialize. They're not there to be pitched and talked about companies and products and things to buy, whatever. That's what those ads are for, right? So you can buy ads too. You can be a business person that does that. But we're going to talk just about the socials. All right. So let me just show you here. If I go, say, to my Facebook profile over here, and this is actually my Facebook fan page. But if I just go to my profile, right, I can see that there's my content here, things I shared, whatever, right? But if I go to, say, you can actually search for, network. Let's see, network. If I can type right, network marketing, right? Oh my God, I'm having trouble. Well, here, network marketing Eric Pro, right? Let's go there. So now we go to his page. Now this is something that I do every day. At least I've started recently doing that every day. And this is exactly what I do. So I go to Eric Orr's page. I go find a post that's not the very newest post. Sometimes that works too, but sometimes a post that's a little bit longer. See this one here? And you look for a post that's got, some views. It's got lots of likes, and it has, Oh, look at that, my face is going the wrong way. Here, let's move the camera. Let's move that over here. There. So now, when I'm looking, it looks like I'm looking at the, it looks like I'm looking at actually what I'm showing you. So you look over here, 44 more comments. So that one there is one that has, you know, good amount of comments on there. So now what you do is you go look through that, and you look at, first of all, you look at comments, things that people are saying. You look to see if you find somebody that looks like they're saying something interesting. And you know, we won't do that right now, but obviously it's important to watch the video if it's a video, so you kind of know what they're talking about. But just to give you an example over here, here's Jenny Burns over here that sounds like she's saying something that she's never thought of it that way before. So what I do is if there's another reply, I'll look at see what there is, because sometimes it's, you know, you don't want to crowd things too much, but you know, anyways, it's up to you. You can do that too, but I try to be a little bit more, you know, what's the word? Picky about who I post comments to or whatever, right? And it's just about finding a balance, right? Between, you don't want to do too much. You want to do maybe 5 to 10 a day, and so you just look and you see, okay, this person here. She's in business. She lives in Runcorn. I don't even know where that is, but it's definitely, you know, it's it's a place, right? Anyways, the point is that if it's somebody that's local to me or somebody that has a lot of friends in common with me, I might not necessarily connect the same way, because the point here is finding new people that probably don't know anything about me, don't know anything about what I'm doing. And if they have a lot of friends in common, then they might already know what I'm doing, because they might have been seeing my posts and it's not that I don't want to connect with them. It's just that right now, this is an exercise of connecting with brand new people that don't know you. Okay, so I look at her thing. I take a look at what she said, and I say something. Obviously, I'd say something that makes sense based on what she's saying there and what the video is. But right now, I'll just assume I listened to the video and I kind of agree with her, and I say, I totally agree. Agree. Great video. All right, make it simple, but most times you should be being a little bit more precise in what you're saying. And I post that, and then I like the comment so that I know that I've already liked it. If I go through, I'll kind of notice, oh, that's one I already dealt with. And then I go over here and I open up her profile in a new page, and then I look through her profile, see what she's about, what she's done, and see if I can pick up on something that's kind of cool. I typically, you know, like a few of the things she's got on there, and then what I do is I send them a message. So I don't click the add friend yet. I click on the message, and then I say something like this. I say hi, and I type her name, exactly the way it's written there, and I say, saw your comment in Eric's post and thought I'd say hi. Now you want to vary this sometimes, you know, say different things. You want to specifically say what the comment is. You want to specifically say, you might want to say, I thought I'd say hi because I think, you know, you and I both see it the same way, and that's awesome. But in this case, I'll just be very basic, just so you understand the concept. And then I just say, I thought I'd say hi. And then I add something about what I've seen on her page. And actually right now, I kind of thought that was kind of cool that the 15 days of gratitude here is, I guess that's her son, taking upon himself to open a shop. So you kind of read, I'm kind of trying to figure it. And I can just say, looks like a fun picnic. I guess it's nice. Whoops. I guess it's nice to go out when it's warm. And then you have to ask a question, all right? And actually I can see right here there, Irene is somebody that I connect with just a few days ago, so she probably knows her, or maybe they're just, you know, connections, right? But they might be friends too, right? and then I can say something like, how long have you owned your biz? Because she's posting right there that she's the business owner at Future Freedom. So I want to know how long she's had that. I ask a question about her, and then I say, P.S. sent you friend request. All right. So then I send that off, and then I click on the add friend button. So that's it. So now I do that 5 to 10 people a day, and the thing is that they're not all going to reply. They're not all going to respond as friend requests, and that's kind of what you do. And the thing is that it's about finding them where they kind of they're where you click with, at least with what they're doing, and it looks like something that you so that you are finding something in common with them, right? So you kind of have to like their personality, maybe whatever you see. Obviously sometimes I'll click on somebody and I'll say, well, this is a person that's either in a country I know they don't speak my English, or they're posting all about maybe some subject that I don't really like, and I just it's okay. There's different people everywhere, right? And so the thing is that you gotta feel that you can connect with this person. So then the other thing that's very important is actually finding something that you can relate to, that you can ask them about. I didn't do that this time that well, because we're just doing this just really quick to kind of show you. But normally I would take a little bit longer, and I would try to go through some of the other pictures. So it does take a bit of time, it does take a bit of time. But the thing you have to remember is that if you build quality connections, you're going to have a much higher success rate. You're going to have a higher close rate. Things are going to work a lot better, and you're going to be able to connect better. They're going to feel that when they reach out to you, when they look at your stuff, because they're probably going to be same. It's reciprocity, right? And if they don't relate to you, well, that's okay. They're just not going to connect, and that's fine, right? But if you do this every day, you do 5 to 10 a day, and if you have more time, you can do a lot more than that, right? So I'm seeing some comments here from Jamal, and hi Jennifer, by the way. So Jamal, I'm not. You're saying to not use a page or someone's had work to get new prospect that won't get any good things for anyone. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. I'm going by something that I've been taught by top earners that are making 7 and 8 figures. They're 8 and 7 figure earners. They're talking about this kind of connection. Now the thing is that, of course, it's important to not just randomly connect with anybody for no apparent reason, because that won't work. Because they're gonna feel that all you care about is trying to sell them something or whatever. That's not the point. The point of connecting on social media is to make friends. That's the number one. That's actually the only reason you should be trying to connect with people. So the other thing you're saying to me is to have a Facebook profile change. Well, I totally understand I don't know why you're thinking because of the Snapchat thing. Well, this is a thing that's been going on for a while. It's something that I used, and it's, if you don't like it, that's fine. You're allowed to not like it. But my if you go to my not this one. If you go to my Success with JS page, which is my fan page, that one there is a proper profile picture. Anyways, I just want to make sure that I address this comment in here, because I value whatever Jamal is saying. Sure, he's got his point of view, and maybe I need to talk to him a little bit more to understand if he's referring to anything other than that. But anyway, so that's the thing. So when you're trying to connect, how to connect with new friends is find something in similar, and find a connection, in a similar connection, connect with them at a friend level, and just grow the relationship like that. Don't try to send them a link about your product. I get these people connecting with me, and the first thing they do is they send me this huge long paragraph about this whole opportunity they're doing, this great thing they're doing, this awesome thing. But then they have a link there that says, hey, if you want to check it out, go check it out there. You know what? That doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're just going to alienate people. People are going to unfriend you. They're going to say spam message, whatever, and what happens is Facebook keeps track of that stuff. So you get like these black marks against you anyways. And after a while, you're not even going to be able to send pictures. You're going to go in what they call Facebook jail. You know, it's like there's all these different things that happen. It's very important to, because, you know, Facebook knows what people are there for. So Facebook wants to give people the experience of the social media experience. And if you don't understand that, if you don't learn that, if you don't follow these rules, well, obviously things aren't going to work, right? What's important is to understand what the rules are and follow the rules. But it's not just about that, because, you know, anybody can do whatever, you know, if there's a set of rules someplace, anybody can do whatever those rules are. But that's not enough. You have to want to do that. You have to feel that that's what you should be doing. You have to enjoy connecting with people. You have to like asking them questions. You have to like spending that time to get to know them. If none of that, you know, connects with you, if you don't feel like, Jesus, you know, I just want to sell, I just want to make money, I just want to, you know, close sales, I just want people that, and you're thinking, well, you know what, I'm going to go by numbers, I'm just going to connect with 100 people a day, and I'm just going to spam them send a cut and paste message with the same thing to everybody, just like they do on Twitter or Instagram, direct messages, automated responses, that kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but I don't even know anymore. I got thousands of messages on Twitter and on Instagram that I've never read, because there might be a few messages in there from people, but 99% of them, they're all automated DMs, the direct messages. I don't do that, and I certainly hope that Facebook never allows that, because that's one of the reasons I like Facebook, the messaging on Facebook. Whenever I see a message on Facebook, I know it's a person that actually typed it in. Well, you know, sometimes they might cut and paste or something, but like I said, if somebody does that too much, they're going to get black marks on Facebook. Not because Facebook looks at your messages or anything like that, but because of the way the thing works is that if you send 100 messages to the same person, Facebook does do a check to make sure that if they see the same exact message going to a lot of people, they flag that and they might look at it, right? But then the other thing that happens too is that whenever somebody receives a message, or whenever somebody clicks on unfriend, or forget what the other options are, but there's, you know, mark as spam or whatever, I don't remember what it's called, but you can do that to messages, to post, you know, hide post, right? You know, when you the little, here, let me show you what I mean. If I go to say, if I just go to my profile, let me show you here. Let's go back here. If I just go to my I don't know, one of these spam groups, right? Which is online business building stuff. If I look through this. Oh, actually, can I do that here? Oh, yes, right. So you can say report post, right? I can, and if I'm on my own homepage and I see somebody posting something that I don't like, let me see if I can find somebody that I wouldn't want anybody to be insulted here. If you're looking at this, oh, that's actually my daughter. That's my granddaughter. This here is Maika. And so anyways, so she's not going to be insulted because she knows I won't click the button. So if I go here and if I say report post, or I say hide post, or I say unfollow, okay? If I click any of those things, whenever I look at it, puts a black flag against, in this case, my daughter, that this person, my daughter, has posted something that one person didn't like. That's no big deal. One person doesn't like it, it's no big deal. But if I don't know what, I have no idea what the algorithm is, whether it's 5, whether it's 10, whether it's 50. But if there's enough people that don't like something from your page or specific post or whatever, then you get flagged as, you know, maybe a spammer or something, and then they're much more likely to scrutinize what you're doing. So that's the thing that's important, to make sure you don't you be careful of what you do. And that's why I'm saying, if we go back to what I was saying earlier, if you are a person who's going to spam people, you know, you might not think it's spamming. You might be thinking, well, you know what, this is a great thing. This is either a great product, a great opportunity, a great something. And you're thinking, it's not spam. You know, when I started my business, I didn't think it was spam. I thought it was awesome. I thought everybody would want to do it. So if I went to my Facebook, I opened up things and I sent messages to, you know, especially the friends, the ones that I knew wouldn't be upset, that they would still, you know, love me, right? So I sent them these messages. I say, hey, you know, I just started my business. You know, it's pretty awesome. I'm so excited. I was just wondering, would you ever want to take a look? Here's the link to the introduction video, whatever. If you take a look at it and let me know what you think, you know, or something like that, right? That doesn't work. It really doesn't work. You cannot do that. It won't work. Believe me, I tried it, and I'm not the only one who tried it. I mean, all my friends that are doing this kind of online biz building, they all tried it. It didn't work for any of them. Trust me, it doesn't work. You can't do that. So you got to be careful whenever you're going, like Jamal was saying, you got to be careful when you go on there. You got to connect the right way. You don't want to be spamming. You don't want to be just randomly adding friends, you know, 50 people. That's why I'm saying, when you go and you do 5 or 10 people a day, you're not doing 5 people in 5 minutes. You're doing, maybe it's going to take you like 5 to 10 minutes per person, because you're going to look at their profile, you're going to find something in common, you're going to find something you relate to, that they can relate to you, and then you're going to send a message relating to that, because that shows that you care, that you took the time to look at the profile, that you know, don't go asking things like, where are you from? If right on there it says they're from, you know, UK or wherever the, you know, city is, right? Don't go ask them what they do for work if it says they're right there what their job is. If it doesn't say what their work is, it doesn't say what city they're in, you can ask a question like, hey, I see you're in UK, what area do you live in? You could do that, right? But try to relate. So just as an example, hey, I see you're in UK. Oh my God, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they went and took a 1-week trip on these canal boats. They thought it was so awesome. I'd really love to go see that myself. Do you live anywhere near those canals? You know, UK, everybody lives in these little canals. They're everywhere, right? But anyways, the point is that I'm relating to her or him something that I know about where they're at, that I'd love to, you know, learn about and see. And that's kind of the connection. So, anyways, let's. Oh no, we still have a few minutes. So, if you have any questions, of course, just go ahead and send me a message, or tell me where you're from in the chat there. That'd be so awesome. And don't forget, you know, tap those little likes when you like what I'm saying, or when you like, or even the little hearts if you love what I'm saying. It'd be awesome to see that. I haven't been doing these for very long. I just started these online Biz Builder live videos. I'm also posting them on my fan page as well. So this is just, you know, me trying to give to the community, to teach some of the things I've learned over the last year. And if you're interested in finding out how I learned this, I'd be more than happy to spend some one-on-one time with you to explain to you what I've been doing, the tools I'm using, that kind of stuff. And I would love to be able to talk to my friends about you and how you're starting to have some success because of these tools and because of my teachings, because that's my ultimate goal, is to be able to help people change their lives, change their successes on social media, in their home, in their life, and, you know, just be somebody who is able to help others. And, you know, I'm hoping that that's what I'm doing now. Obviously, like I said, I'm still learning. And this is what this is all about. Just helping others, helping you. And I hope that I'm giving you some value. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and share it. Please go ahead and comment, like, share. And don't forget, go check out my blog and go and register to get on my newsletter, my tips, my success tips. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and again, reach out to me. Send me a direct message on Facebook telling me that you're trying this stuff out, and let me know how it's going. I would love to hear from you. All right, so you guys have a great night. We'll talk again tomorrow on the Online Biz Builder. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Have a great night.